Why is it when I tell somebody something in this house, I say something, you come right behind me and say something different? I don't feel like you have my back. What's wrong with you? You're making too much out of this. Just because that boy was washing dishes with the water on, it's not that big a deal. Of course I came behind you and said something. What's wrong with you? Why are you making so much out of something so little? Something so little, I pay the bills around here. We can't afford to be wasting water like that. I go to work every day. When I say something in this house, when I tell somebody something, I expect them to follow through on it. And I don't expect you to come behind me and say something different. You're running around in this house making everybody feel uncomfortable because you're upset about something. I just talked to him and told him it was going to be all right and not to worry about it. What's wrong with you? Why are you making so much out of this? When you do that, when you come behind me and say something different than what I've said, it makes me just want to give up. It makes me just want to walk away. I'm tired of it. In this conflict, Tom voices a complaint, giving Jill no warning and no opportunity to prepare for what he's about to say, which helps to escalate the conflict because it leaves her feeling defensive. Jill appears to be caught off guard. She asks the question, what's wrong with you? Why are you making such a big deal out of this? And in that statement, she's unable to empathize with how Tom is feeling. It's hard for her to even hear his complaint because she's feeling threatened by the way in which he opened the conflict. And her statement is also quite telling because it says something about the way she sees him. She's asking, what's wrong with you? She minimizes his concern. So it's almost like she's trying to tell him how to feel about the way that he perceives what is happening in the house. Tom's basic complaint is that he feels undermined. He's trying to give instructions or tell someone, give directions in the house, and Jill is coming behind him and saying something different. So, but he doesn't get much empathy from Jill because of the way in which he approached her about it. He left her feeling perhaps flooded, angry, defensive, and in that sort of posture, she can't hear him. She can't empathize with his concerns. She can only defend and then basically throw an insult back at him. What's wrong with you? Why are you making so much out of something so little? Like in all conflicts, some very important information is being communicated between the partners. Tom is feeling undermined. He's feeling shame. He's feeling some embarrassment that what he says in the household doesn't go, that no one's following his instructions or directions. Jill, on the other hand, is stating that she sees something wrong with Tom. And that may be a reason why she is not aligned with him about how the house should run and what they want to try to accomplish. Now, one or two arguments, not a problem. But over the course of a relationship, if they don't learn how to manage their conflict better than they are in this example, it could be very corrosive to their relationship. It could make them vulnerable to affairs, termination of the relationship, even violence. One of the reasons why they're unable to manage this conflict is because they stay on the level of the stated conflict. I feel undermined. And what's wrong with you? And they haven't got to the level of talking about how they see themselves, how they see each other, and how they see their relationship. And until they do that, they won't be able to manage this conflict. Tom is feeling very powered down in this relationship. And that obviously isn't a good way for a person to feel that is interdependent with someone else. And that's what it means to be in a relationship. He's interdependent with Jill, and they need to figure out a way to work together to try to resolve this issue. But unfortunately, they're unable to, because they're basically trapped in a cycle of blame and denial, blame and denial, blame and denial. And what we would really try to shoot for in therapy is to help them become curious about how each other feels and the impact that this sort of communication is having on their relationship. Well, I think that when they get into yes you did, no I didn't, yes you did, no I didn't, no learning takes place. And so they're missing an opportunity to strengthen their relationship by virtue of the conflict, as opposed to weakening their relationship by their conflict tactics. If you like this video, please leave a comment and share this video with a friend.